You pay off your car, and then, one morning, a feature you use every day just disappears. No warning, no refund. And if you try to fix it yourself, a 1998 federal law says that is a crime. 1998, Congress passed a law that quietly rewrote the rules of ownership for anything running software. Section 1201 of the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, often called the DMCA, made it a federal crime to bypass what is called a technological protection measure. Any digital lock that controls access to copyrighted code. The law does not just target hackers or pirates. It covers anyone who tries to get around a software lock, even if they are only trying to fix something they bought and paid for. It does not matter if you are not copying or sharing anything. The simple act of unlocking your own device, or even using a tool that could help, can land you in court. Penalties can include 5 years in prison and hundreds of thousands of dollars in fines. This legal firewall is what gives manufacturers the upper hand, letting them decide what you can do with your own property, long after the sale. Every modern car comes with a software contract hidden in plain sight. The moment you turn the key or press the start button, you are not just firing up an engine, you are accepting an end-user license agreement, EULA, that locks in the automaker's power. These agreements are rarely read, but they are the backbone of a new system, licensed, not sold. The software running your car's engine, brakes, and even the radio is not yours to modify, copy, or repair. Clauses buried in the fine print ban you from tinkering, reverse engineering, or even seeking outside help. It is all sealed with a single click or tap, often before you can drive off the lot. The manufacturer keeps legal ownership of every line of code, and you are just a long-term renter. With one digital handshake, the idea of true car ownership slips away, replaced by a license that can be revoked, changed, or charged for any time the company decides. Out in America's heartland, the harvest clock doesn't wait. When a tractor breaks down, every lost hour can mean thousands in ruined crops. But by the middle of the 2010s, farmers with John Deere equipment found themselves locked out of their own machines, not by busted parts, but by lines of code and legal fine print. Deere's software, protected by a restrictive end-user license agreement, blocked anyone but authorized dealers from running full diagnostics or repairs. If a sensor tripped or a part was swapped, the tractor could slip into limp mode, refusing to work until a dealer reset it. Independent mechanics and even the owners themselves were shut out, forced to wait days or weeks, sometimes in the middle of a crucial harvest, while crops withered. The end-user license agreement did not just ban repairs, it threatened legal action for trying. Farmers watched as their investment turned into a hostage situation, with Deere's dealer network raking in monopoly profits on every forced service call. The message was clear. You might own the steel, but the software and your ability to use it belonged to someone else. This was not just a farming problem. It was a blueprint for control, and the auto industry was watching. GM locks vital features like Super Cruise behind monthly fees, even after you have paid for the hardware. Owners of recent Cadillac models discovered that hands-free driving can vanish unless they keep paying $25 a month, an invisible subscription meter running in the background. BMW took it further, charging drivers $99 a year to use heated seats that are already built into their cars. The hardware sits unused unless you agree to another payment, all enforced by a few lines of code. Tesla drivers have watched paid features like enhanced autopilot or smart summon disappear overnight through over-the-air updates with no warning and no refund. Ford's F-150 Lightning owners lost access to heated seats and steering wheels after a trial period, even though the parts never left the truck. Toyota's Connected Services subscription cuts off remote start and diagnostics unless owners pay, turning basic convenience into a recurring bill. Across the industry, the story repeats. Hardware you bought, features you thought were yours, all gated by software that answers only to the manufacturer. Each company uses a different tactic, but the result is the same. Real control slips away, one locked feature at a time. A car owner brings their vehicle to a trusted local mechanic, only to be told, "Sorry, I can't help you." The problem is not the mechanic's skill, it is a digital lockout. Modern cars now require special codes and authenticated scan tools just to diagnose or reset basic systems. These tools are locked behind paywalls, with manufacturers demanding annual licensing fees that can run thousands of dollars. Independent shops face a choice: pay up or turn customers away. Meanwhile, owners watch their cars sit idle for days, sometimes weeks, waiting for dealer appointments. Every hour, loss costs real money and time. The promise of ownership collapses when you can't even fix what you bought. For small businesses and drivers alike, the repair monopoly feels like a shakedown. One click of a software lock and freedom is gone. Voters in Massachusetts drew a line in the sand. In November 2020, nearly 3 out of 4 said yes to a law forcing automakers to open up vehicle data and repair tools, not just for dealers, but for every owner and independent shop. The message was unmistakable: control belongs with the people who pay for the car. The Federal Trade Commission echoed that demand in 2021, calling out manufacturers for locking out competition and driving up costs. Kyle Wines of iFixit became a leading voice, telling Congress and regulators that owners buy hardware, not a lifetime of corporate permission slips. The right to repair movement is now a national fight, fueled by drivers, mechanics, and anyone tired of paying for features they already own. Right now, your car's software can be locked or changed without your say, because the law protects corporations, not owners. Until that changes, freedom behind the wheel is just an illusion. Drop your thoughts below.